Hello there everyone, this is Seb and welcome to another Let's Check. This time we're checking out the game Gyruss on the Commodore 64, which was released in 1984 by the hands of Parker Brothers, who did the conversion from the arcade version 1 year after that was released by Konami. And this is actually a request by lactobacillusprime, which is someone who is also known by the much easier to remember name Mark here on the YouTubes. But oh well. And yeah, this is actually a pretty good conversion of the arcade classic that is Gyruss, which is a game I really enjoy very much. Love the arcade game. And also I love the Commodore 64 version. I'm actually not familiar with the NES version, but that also seems pretty cool, although it does change things up a bit. This is more of a faithful recreation of the arcade classic. You might be wondering, unless I figure out how to get rid of this in the post, why the ships are flickering as they approach us. Well, that's basically the Commodore 64 limitations, which this game kind of disregards. The Commodore 64 has a sprite limit of 8, but this game decides to put way more on the screen and put some interlacing trickery to still manage to get that across, which would be fine if you were using an old CRT screen. On a computer monitor this is less great, since well, you're stuck with flicker. Maybe I can get rid of it in the post, I don't know, I'll do my best. Can we actually get a perfect here? That would be nice. And we can! Sweet. Doesn't always happen, guys. I'm not the best at shooters or at Gyruss for that matter. But yeah, that went pretty well. Onwards! To, I think, SATURN would be our next stop. In Gyruss, if you don't know, you have to make your way along the planets towards Earth. In the NES version you actually go to the Sun, which means there's more planets. And Gyruss was a bit ahead of its time, because according to Gyruss, Pluto is not a planet. Ooh, nice bonus. If you kill every ship in the wave as they approach, then you get a nice little bonus of 1000 points, and that is of course always nice. Doing pretty good so far, I must admit. This game is also really known for its music, of course, because... well, crap, that was kinda stupid. Because this was one of the first games where it actually had a very recognizable soundtrack. And I'm actually not sure which version of it I liked the most. That was stupid. Because they all sound great. The NES version sounds great, the arcade version sounds great, and this sounds good as well. And this is of course a bit of a pumped up version of Toccata and Fugue in D minor from Johann Sebastian Bach. And yeah, it's... why did I do that? And it just sounds great. And yeah, I must admit, it is something why how this game stuck around in my mind so much. It's just great sounding. Anyway, let's see if we can prevent some more suckage and spare that last life for a while longer. To at least go to Uranus. I thought Saturn, but it is Uranus indeed. Shows what I know about our solar system. Not very much. Those things you cannot destroy, those balls that come at you. Guess these are asteroids? I don't know. Probably should have looked it up before starting, but oh well. And here's another satellite, which is going to give me a power up. Unless, of course, he kills me twice. Game over. Well, let's do that again and see if we can actually do better this time. Because the game is fun and yeah, we still have time, right, guys? Right. The controls are a bit... well, they are great, but you need to get used to it. Like, if you press up, you will go to the up position and stick around there, so... If you want to move around in circles like so, you need to constantly move around the joystick, and I do recommend playing this with a joystick. A D-pad is not so great here. Yeah, give me double shot. This is the only power-up in the game, but it's a goodie. It really helps. This is like a bit of a Galaga kind of game, but in a 3D perspective. Some people call it a tube shooter. Also kind of like Tempest, I guess. But yeah, those controls can easily trick me up in avoiding bullets, where I press to the left in hopes to go to the left, and then no, it goes, well, to the left, but not in relative to the bullet. No, it just goes to the left on the screen, and already lost a life. Not happy with that. This version compared to the arcade version is actually a lot easier, and yeah, it was a really poor game for me there, but I guess that kinda has to do with playing and talking at the same time, because usually I can get a lot further. Not to Earth, that is a bit out of my league, I do think. Let's see if we can actually get another perfect, although we don't have the double shot, so it's gonna be a bit harder. And there is no rapid fire, by the way, so you need to constantly mash that button, which is no fun. Especially not on the Commodore 64 joysticks. Oh no, I missed one. Come here, you. Ah, there goes my perfect. Oh well. And there goes another one. Damn it, missed two. Oh well, such a shame. So yeah, originally this was developed by Konami, by a guy named Yoshiki Okamoto, I think his name was. Yeah, those Japanese names aren't the easiest to remember. But yeah, he also was responsible for the classic Time Pilot, which is another favorite arcade game of mine. Which is also, I believe it's pretty good on the Commodore 64, although it's a really long while since I've played that on the Commodore 64. But I believe that is also a fine version of it. Crap. Almost. Ah, there's another chance for a power-up. Thank you. These double bullets help a lot. But yeah, I think it's a great talented guy at the time, and Konami, well, they weren't too appreciative of Yoshiki, so they sacked him. Because from what I've read, he was supposed to make a racing game, and he came out with space shooters, and they were like, no, we didn't ask for space shooters. Space shooters are so passé. We've got Space Invaders and Galaga and all that kind of stuff. We need to be original. Pole position is where it's at now. So they sacked him, and I'm pretty sure they regretted that decision once Capcom came out with such classics as, oh, I don't know, Final Fight and Street Fighter 2. I would have been pissed if I let the guy go who would be later responsible for such games. But oh well. They still had this at least, and yeah, both Time Pilot and Gyruss, they seem to be pretty high up everyone's classic arcade list, so you know, Konami has that going for them. Ouch. Yeah, in later levels they start to fly off, just like in Galaga again. Oh, don't mind if I do. Because I so foolishly lost that power up again. So yeah guys, I am back again. That does not look like Uranus at all. And no, I'm not gonna make a joke about Uranus. Well, that in itself is kind of a joke, I guess, but whatever. Let's see if we can get it perfect. Well, not if I keep this up. Jeez, that was bad. Okay, let's pick it up and see what we can do. Well, almost. I think one skip down there. The flicker doesn't help this, by the way. It's a bit disorienting, but oh well. But yeah, I've done my workshop and I've played my goalball games, so you know, there's other stuff coming up, but I can focus a bit more on video making again, so that's gonna be fun. Got a backlog of requests for Let's Check videos, so gonna go and do a couple of those and see what game I want to play through next. Got a couple ideas, but not sure exactly yet. Yeah, thank you. Was wondering if you would die. Ooh, doing pretty nice on the bonus scores here, and we actually scored an extra life. I'm not actually sure when the extra lives happen. I think at 60,000 maybe? Yeah. And I think that the second one is at 140,000. I'm not sure. This is really all vague territory for me, which I probably forgot a long while ago. But whatever. I doubt we'll see the 140,000 points mark anyway. Ah, almost had another bonus there. Come on, die, 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 die. Sometimes you need to really be precise with the shots. And having the double shot really helps, but yeah, when they're so far away, it's kind of hard to hit them. But yeah, of the home conversions, I think this is a very, very faithful conversion. I'm not too familiar with all of the conversions. Basically, I've only really seen the NES version and the Commodore 64 version. I know there was an Atari version as well, I do believe. Not sure how well that stacks up to this, but yeah, this version, I think, whoa, that was close, and that was an actual hit. But this, very impressive. It just plays like the arcade version, a bit slower, I do think, which makes it a bit easier. There are also less bullets on the screen, but again, that is a bit of a limitation of the hardware, where there is a sprite limit. Ah, should have just stayed still there. Lost life, let's go. But, you know, it's kinda cool to see them retain so much of the gameplay with those limitations in place. Kinda impressive, but yeah, Parker Brothers, they knew their stuff back in the day. I'm not actually sure where Parker Brothers went. If some bigger company swallowed them up, I'm not sure. That's well, there goes my perfect again. But yeah, we've got the pea shooter now, so not too big of a surprise, I guess. Wasn't Parker Brothers also two guys, well, brothers obviously, but you know, I think they got rejected by Activision or something, and they started their own thing and made some pretty awesome games. But don't quote me on that though, because again, that's my memory playing, and I'm not sure how trustworthy that is. 3 warps to Jupiter. Well, I doubt we'll be seeing Jupiter, because yeah, it is starting to get harder, and I've been out of practice for this game for quite a while. I haven't played this in a long time, but it is good to play again. And I did a couple of test runs trying to get rid of the flicker, because I don't remember it being so bad, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that is an interlacing thing on modern monitors. Basically they render the different ships on different frames, I think. Not too sure though. you can see as there are less ships left, the flicker goes away. But it is very disorienting to say the least. But yeah, I was not really going to hook up my actual Commodore 64 on an actual TV and check out if it's as bad as that. Because, come on, who wants to see a bunch of loading screens? I don't have the patience for that. My times were not worth anything, but my patience is rather thin. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this little let's check of Gyruss for the Commodore 64. Mark, thanks for suggesting this. It was a blast to play this again. And until next time guys, take care and see you later. Bye bye for now.